Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Golden Falls, going on What Ifs, whatever you want to call me, and I'm back. This is the finale of What If Deku had a night Quirk, and as always, if you enjoy, please show some love, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment down below. All that good stuff. And yeah, this is gonna be the finale. We're gonna be wrapping up this series. I'm gonna try my best this week to go back to daily uploads. I really want a daily upload. I just gotta find the right ideas to where I don't get bored. I'm having fun, and this was a good idea. I like this idea. I like the way I approached it. Most of you guys know I like making overpowered what ifs. I will do from time to time a more balanced what if, but I tend to get a little bit bored with it just because we're going through every single arc the same exact way for the most part, and we're doing certain things. You know what I mean? Like, we can't really go over or kind of dismantle certain arcs the way I want to dismantle them. But still, nonetheless, I'll stop yapping, and I want to get right into this finale, so let's get it. Izuku Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugo already have their provisional hero license, and they're ready to take on whatever's to come. Now, normally Bakugo goes on to his own little internship and stuff, or work study and stuff like that, but this time around he actually is intertwined more with Izuku Midoriya. So he decides that he's actually going to be going to Sir Night-Eye's agency as well, based on the request of Izuku Midoriya, and luckily it's not too big of a deal. It's actually not a hard task for them to acquire, or not a hard task for it to happen. So Izuku and Bakugo both go to Sir Night-Eye's agency, and this is when things kind of go on to learning about the one and only Overhaul. Now, Overhaul is someone who is the leader of the Shiha Zaikai, a very dangerous person, and on top of that, they actually make a drug that changes or completely erases quirks entirely. Now, there also is something that they are tampering with that enhance the power of a quirk, but more specifically, they want to find this Overhaul person and shut things down ASAP, because if they don't, well, a lot of people may just be hurt and may actually be dealing with some pretty dire consequences if they don't find out who this person or where this person is ASAP. So they're going to be dealing with it entirely, or going to be dealing with it for the most part at this moment. And they begin patrolling and going on different expeditions and stuff like that to basically figure out what's happening or what's going on. And they don't really learn a ton until one fateful day where Izuku and Mirio Togata, other known as Lemillion, go on a bit of a, well, excursion or a patrol themselves. When they go on a patrol themselves, they actually find out, and stumble across actually somebody that would blow their mind. And this would be Overhaul himself. This would blow his mind, or they would be completely taken back at the fact that they stumbled across him, and everybody is kind of trying to figure out what they should do, or more specifically, Izuku and also Mirio are trying to figure out what they should really do, because how should they approach this? Should they really just try to take him down now? Maybe they should avoid doing so, because there is a little girl that's known, or that her name is Eri, and it seems like she is very, very afraid, almost deathly afraid of Overhaul, but also deathly afraid for both Mirio and Izuku. So should they really decide to conflict with Overhaul right here and right now? Probably not. But Izuku, something deep down inside of him is telling him that he needs to basically take on Overhaul right now and shut down whatever is happening and whatever is to come. So when Eri would come over toward Izuku would actually, play it off like nothing's happening, like, oh, asking if she's okay, asking Overhaul, he gets it, children can be rambunctious from time to time. And as Izuku basically is saying these things, he would reach out his left arm, and as he does, he puts a giant wall between Overhaul and also Eri, but that would also include Mirio and himself. As this wall would appear, Overhaul would try to react to this, trying to react and stop this from occurring, but the wall would press against him, and as he would turn around, he would see that some sort of force field would kind of be surrounding him. He would touch the force field, trying to basically get rid of it entirely with his own quirk, but it seems like his quirk is entirely disabled, unable to actually utilize it. Izuku tells Mirio to get Eri out of here, like right now, because he's going to hold Overhaul here for as long as he has to do so. He's going to hold Overhaul for the entire time until the police and other heroes come. Izuku tells him that it's truly unfortunate, at least for him, that he ran into the wrong person. That honestly, it really does suck, at least for his master plan or whatever he's trying to do, that he ran into him. That he ran into, and points out himself, Izuku Midoriya. Now, truly, he doesn't care about Overhaul's feelings, or, you know, maybe feelings of regret for coming here unannounced, or maybe even allowing this little girl, or other known as Eri, to get away. He doesn't care about any of that. Frankly, he deserves everything that's coming to him, and honestly, if he wasn't honorable at all, he would slice Overhaul in half right now and end whatever is to come before it even starts. Overhaul is completely shocked and completely taken back by this, and he tries his best to push through and tries to get through this barrier and this force field, but he literally can't. Everything he tries, every single last bit of it, he even tries to destroy the ground or do something, but it's as if he's in like this tiny little box, as if he's completely caged away and unable to move. And eventually other heroes like Sir Night-Eye would approach, and they would be completely shocked at this, thinking that they were able to capture him so easily. But of course they're going to need some help, because it's not just Overhaul who's somebody that they're going to have to deal with. It's not just Overhaul. It's going to be the entirety of the Shiya Hazaikai. Of course, that includes Overhaul, but they're going to have to deal with them as well. In which Overhaul tells them that he's not going to tell them a single word, and that they're not going to figure out a single thing, and that his wishes and his ideals will still be carried on. But of course, when things like this are being talked about, and when they are basically conversating about this, well, Sir Night-Eye says that there is no other way around it. That they're going to find this base of theirs, and it's going to be over in just a matter of seconds. In which thinks that he's bluffing, saying that there's no way he's going to find where they are and what's happening, but that's the truth. That he's going to find them, and find them very, very quickly, and that's exactly what happens, because the raid on the Shiya Hazaikai base would be just days after the capture of Overhaul. They capture Overhaul, they invade the Shiya Hazaikai base, and then, of course, you have Mirio and Izuku and Bakugo to easily help out and just completely destroy through this entire base. And they're able to, more or less, at least for the most part, defeat every single villain in here relatively easily, especially with the help of the other users of One For All, in which Izuku continues to utilize, which would include someone like All Might too, which would make this whole scenario far easier than you could possibly even imagine. And this is where things in the hero world of Japan would kind of settle down, and settle down quite a bit, because Izuku, yes, would be helping out here and there, but he would definitely be more student than hero towards this point. He would continue throughout this time just getting stronger, getting better, right? Getting more training in, and he even trains with the other class by the name of Class 1B, and their training would be pretty decent. I mean, at the end of the day, he would be a lot stronger than anybody in Class 1B, but still, his fight and the showing of Shinso and so on, and it shows that the class continues to get better and better and stronger, and it seems like their progress continues to accelerate. Now, without the villains like All For One, Shigaraki, without Overhaul being, still on his overtaking leisure, and without really anyone else being an issue, there kind of is just a big lump of peace. There's a lot of time, relaxation, and also just progression for these future heroes. Years would even pass. We have 1, 2, 3, all the way up until their 3rd years, and Izuku is already put on this pedestal of being that #1 hero. He's still working with Sir Nidai's agency. He's still working with people like Mirio and everyone else, but even Sir Nidai's agency kind of changes massively, because Mirio is kind of put on the forefront and kind of takes over. Mirio is one of the top heroes already, especially after getting out of UA, and he continues to kind of push forward in what he's doing. Mirio continues to show and show why he's so good at what he does and so good at being a hero. But the up-and-coming Izuku Midoriya, and also even Katsuki Bakugo, is putting a threat to basically the level that Mirio may be at. Mirio was on track at one point to being the #1 hero, even scratching the surface of being that hero specifically. But now with Izuku and Bakugo on the rise, Bakugo a little bit less than Izuku, but Izuku as that knight, as the spectral knight, as the almighty knight, it seems as if Izuku is going to be taking his place quicker than you could possibly even imagine. And as time would go by, and as they would finally enter the hero space, it seems like Izuku's effect on the world, not just Japan, but even the world, would be as much as even All Might, being that he does carry the past users of One For All with him, and it seems as if he continues to carry on the legacy of what All Might was showing. And of course, there are going to be villains, there are going to be people, there are going to be corrupt people in the near future, but Izuku himself, in the knight in shining armor, is truly the knight and also the protector that Japan now needs and now deserves. With All For One dethroned, with all the villains subsided, and with the failure of All For One's successor, Shigaraki, now in the gutter, it seems like prison, death, or just safety is pretty close in terms of the lack of villains. It seems as if the villainy has slowed down to a point where All Might made it look, or the point where All Might made it look pretty conceivable, and it seems as if they continue their journey throughout hero work, and whatever's to come, whatever villains show their face and whatever challenges await, Izuku Midoriya, with his sword and shield and with his ability and his true noble and his honor, it seems like he'll be able to fend it off to a large degree, because Izuku Midoriya is the true almighty knight, and Izuku Midoriya is soon to be the true #1 hero and Japan's next savior. But that might be the end of this story, but not the end of what truly is going to occur for Izuku Midoriya. Now, with that said, this is where the story ends for now, but if you enjoyed, please show some love, leave a like, leave a sub, and leave a comment down below, all that good stuff. And yeah, it's really all I have to say. I know this was a little bit shorter of a video, a little bit shorter of a part, but I still hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. I hope you guys make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and hope you guys stick around for the long haul. I do have full intentions of trying to get creative with this channel. I'm not going to just be doing My Hero Academia. I want to do anything that would bring myself enjoyment, but also hopefully bring you guys enjoyment. I would like to be daily what ifs. I miss those days where I would consistently be daily. I remember at one point I was like daily for like a year and a half straight. So I would love to just continue and keep on doing daily content for y'all. I would love to bring back maybe Shield Hero. Maybe I'll bring back, or maybe I'll bring in solo leveling like I wanted to with Blue Lock Season 2 coming out. Maybe with that coming out, I'll bring back Blue Lock. maybe I would love to maybe do Dragon Ball what ifs with especially on this channel. I had a whole other channel for that, but I was thinking maybe I do Dragon Ball what ifs on this channel, especially with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero coming out, being that it would be a lot easier to like have maybe like effects in the background for the videos. So if I do what ifs, I can have the fight for Goku versus Raditz happening in the background, or this happening, you know what I'm saying? So, and maybe we could do some really OP Goku what ifs in the near future. Will they be parted? I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll talk about it, and we'll see what happens very, very soon. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave in the comment section below what you guys would like to see next. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.